I'll just lay here all day, honestly. Oh, hell no. Maybe I should eat something. What should I order? Some Popeye's chicken? Some biscuits? I need to stop spending so much money and go cook and clean my kitchen. Should I eat some Popeyes or nah? Or nah? Watch a funny movie. I'm gonna eat some Popeyes. I'm gonna eat some Popeyes. And then since my kid's coming home today, I gotta clean my kitchen, my living room. Where's the honey? OMG. I'm gonna DoorDash Benny some wet food.
old little a big bitch. Chloe a big bitch. Y'all think Chloe a little bitch? That's a
Scrawny crazy cause I know these bitches lying in my face. She got a man so I could never take her out on no date. I ain't just saying that.
When I tell you I never to go to La Fontaine and Lansing, bro, I really mean that. So I go to La Fontaine to try to get me a car because I'm not gonna have a car. And I'm already in a really messed up situation, so I get there. Me and the sales lady had been talking for a while or whatever, and I just asked her today, like, so what's up on it? Because she acted like she didn't want to deal with me or anything like that before I even got there, before she even met me. So I get to the place and already she's irritated. She was like, I'm sure you don't have a lot to put down on the car, so let's just look at so many options. So I was okay. I didn't even respond back to I just was like, okay, let me see the options. The first option she take me to was a car with 170,000 miles on it. She was like, here, this is what you look like you can get. And I told her, like, this is not what I want, and she got more frustrated. She literally...
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
Hi, my name is Dennis.
3 things I love.
He's scared of his pussy. He's scared of his pussy. He's scared.
Why you say so?
He's scared.
I don't know what's wrong with these kids.
Online, Tempest look like the perfect wife, perfect life, everything's going on. Click on her page on Instagram, on Facebook, and all you see is pictures of the kids, and it looks fine. But the real her really comes out behind closed doors at home.
And Tempest's abusive behavior toward Vincent worsens.
She was just incredibly mean to her own husband. Tempest will tell Vince, like, your music will never make it, you're too old to do this, you're stupid, all type of stuff. I know that was just taking a toll on him.
If he didn't make enough money, she found a way to put him down. He always felt like a failure because he never had enough for her, never could do enough. But he loved her, and so he would always still think that, you know, making dinner or buying flowers, doing something will make Tempest love him. I told him, you're chasing after something that's not there.
In the winter of 2016, Vincent calls his mother.
He said, I can't do this anymore, Mom. I cannot make her happy. I want to get a divorce. And, you know, would I help him? And of course, yes, I was ready. You know, finally he realized this is not where he wanted to be. I own a property in Rex, Georgia. Got moved in, and he was so happy because he felt like he's going to get his life started, you know, got a place to stay. I was getting the money ready for the lawyer. And 1 week later, she moved in, and he says, Mom, I'm not moving forward with the divorce. Okay, here we go again. It was just a vicious cycle that he was in if he could get out. He was determined that no matter how bad it is, I'm going to keep trying to show her I love her. And I love kids.
He would tell you with disgust on his face, Dad, will not leave my kids. I just can't see me without them.
He did not want to be divorced.
We're in a limestone cave to test finished jet dry against the toughest residue that can form in the ring cycle. And we let the residue build up. Tough spots, extreme streaks, relentless clouds. But that's why dishwashers are designed to use jet dry to defend your dishes against annoying residues for a practically spotless shine, even in the toughest conditions. Start with finish, finish with jet dry.
Vince lived only for the babies.
His main desire was to be a successful parent.
I don't know, it's one of these kids.
Tempest was a great mother, just wasn't a great partner for Vince.
You're a horrible person.
I feel like she had a lot of control over him, almost like he was in a trance at times.
They gonna tell the kids that I hurt them. You hurt them.
Tempest could just snap at the push of a button.
He had no idea how much danger he was in.
It's free day.
Young couple Tempest and Vincent are enjoying family life together.
Look at the camera. Okay, maybe not.
Their daughter was a absolute beautiful little girl. When I look at this here and how happy he is, how lit up he is, you know, you would think life was perfect.
Okay.
Vinny's whole premise about family was being together with the woman you love, being there for your children, and you were just overjoyed with what was unfolding in front of him.
She's like, leave me alone.
Tempest was a great mother. She was friendly, talented, and they both gave off the impression that, you know, there was real love there.
Vincent Taylor is born on August 23, 1990, in Atlanta, Georgia, to Vincent Sr. and Robin.
Vincent was a special child. He was the firstborn on both sides of the family, and everyone spoiled him.
We were very excited when we found out it was going to be a son. It was just so nice to see him, and you get that same feeling you felt, you know, just like having your children all over again.
But home life for Vincent is not straightforward.
Vincent was a toddler when we decided to divorce. From that point on, it was just me and him, really.
He stayed with Robin, and I would go and check on him from time to time, but it would be periods where I was just missing in action, just because my priorities weren't in order.
Vincent, he struggled with the divorce for a long time.
One of Vincent's main questions to me was,
Give me gifts, bitch.
Dad,
Give
when
me
you and I want to get back together? You know, he's asked me that question 1,000 times. Vincent never let that go.
He thought that was the most wonderful thing on earth, to have a father and mother right there in the same home, and he wished to have that.
Vincent attends Osborne High School, where he discovers a new passion.
Vincent just lived the music. He wrote songs, always carried a notebook with him.
Vincent and his cousin Jordan loved to make music videos together.
Vincent and I were definitely more like brothers. Everybody had these songs with these dances, and Vince just threw his in there, and we was making our video for it. Yeah, we did stuff like this all the time. I feel like if he was here for this TikTok era, he'd probably be going crazy. Vincent had a special ear. He was self-taught in a lot of things, so as Vincent got older, I mean, he just elevated.
In 2010, Vincent joins the Art Institute of Atlanta to study audio production.
In the first 6 months of Vincent being at the Art Institute is when he met Tempest and she came into the picture. when Vincent and Tempest started dating, they spent pretty much every day together. It seemed to make sense. They got along. She was very funny and goofy like him as well. And she was pretty much down for whatever, we wanted to do, where we wanted to hang out, where we wanted to eat. She just fit in.
But not everyone in Vincent's family is as supportive of his new relationship.
Vincent came over to the house and he brought Tempest with him. And that was the first time I had ever met her. I thought she was quiet, very reserved. She wasn't someone that you could easily know.
Didn't get a lot out of her at the time, which concerned me. I was saying, while you're at school, kind of keep an eye on Vincent, make sure, he stays focused or whatever. And then I think her comment was, I don't have time to look out for him. I gotta look out for myself. It was about her. It wasn't about him. And that's what I didn't like in the beginning.
Despite his family's concerns, Vincent spends all his time with Tempest.
Robin called me and told me that Vincent was not attending class. He dropped out pretty much, and it was just disappointing.
Vincent just started trying to find odd jobs. He thought he could teach himself into doing his music. Like he was always over at Tempest's house.
A year into their relationship, Vincent opens up about problems he and Tempest are having.
Vince used to confide in me a lot about how quickly Tempest could just snap at the push of a button.
Okay.
These mood swings don't sound like normal behavior.
Yeah, but I don't know now. I gotta get my kids. I don't got nobody watching.
He was hard to please. And he was trying to be the man that he needed to be so she could be happy.
He even told me, Mom, I don't think she loves me, but what can I do to make her love me? You can't make anyone love you, Vincent. I remember telling him that.
Kids, I can't.
I remember I went on this trip to Miami.
I'm trying to
I
figure
came
out
back.
something.
You could tell there was a fight at the house because there were some holes in the doors. I confronted him with that, and he was very quiet about who did what. He just said they had an argument, and he did not disclose.
Well, you might have to tell Kaden, because I don't
So
know
that's
if I
where I
can make
knew
it
that something's not right with this relationship. This is a bad relationship.
Yeah, he said he was.
Determined to make things work, Vincent moves in with Tempest and her parents, and soon their family grows.
Where you going? Where you going?
That moment that their daughter was born was probably one of the most pure and beautiful moments between the two. That was the first time that they shared something,
I'll send it to you.
On that level. Him being a dad really transformed him into the man that he was supposed to become.
After 3 years together, Tempest and Vincent finally move into their own apartment.
Vincent wanted to marry her just to prove to her that he was serious about, being a husband to her, taking care of the family.
His main desire was to be a successful parent and have a two-parent home, which he did not have as a child.
Vincent called me and said, Mom, Tempest and I got married. I just said, congratulations. But deep down inside, I hang up the phone and then ask myself, why didn't he want me to be there?
He did that in kind of a secret. It wasn't broadcast. Nobody knew. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, that was a blow. That was a big blow. Did not like that at all.
The marriage fails to improve their relationship, and Tempest's behavior is becoming increasingly erratic.
At the time, Vincent was working at UPS, and I remember him and Tempest got into an argument, and it escalated, and Tempest took it too far, to the point where she was preventing him from even getting to work. I had the keys from him just so he can get fired, just to bring him down pretty much.
Vincent called me. He was like, Dad, she's jumping on my car. She won't move out the way. I can't get to work. And I'm helpless. I mean, I'm at work.
His boss didn't really have any more room for excuses. He ended up losing his job.
I just don't understand how somebody could love somebody and then do the things that Tempest did. I feel like she had a lot of control over him, almost like he was in a trance at times. And I felt like she could hurt him. And I was right.
One more stop, boys.
At Meyer, we're always working harder to help make the holidays a good deal better. How thoughtful. But where's the milk?
One more stop, boys.
At Meyer, we're always working harder to help make the holidays a good deal better. How thoughtful. But where's the milk? Meyer.
Craven, we are hunters.
You like your father.
He puts evil into the world and get rid of people like him.
Airtail Johnson is Cleveland the Hunter. Where's Mr. Tegley?
You're standing in him.
Radar, Peter's Thursday.
Good, do it again. Go.
Despite their issues, Vincent and Tempest remained together. And in 2016, they welcomed their second child, a baby boy.
Those kids was everything to Vince. Vince lived only for those babies.
I like to spin.
They were really like mini versions of him because they were both very goofy and mischievous as well.
He's take his son around the waterfall to play in the water. That's what Vincent did a lot. I saw more of a maternal behavior with Vincent than I did with Tempest. And his focus was making sure that they had good manners, were behaved, and weren't spoiled.
Online,
Oh, hell no.
Tempest looked like the perfect wife, perfect life, everything is going on. Click on her page on Instagram or on Facebook, and all you see is pictures of the kids, and it looks fine. But the real her really comes out behind closed doors at home.
And Tempest's abusive behavior toward Vincent worsens.
She was just incredibly mean to her own husband. Tempest would tell Vince, like, your music will never make it, you too old to do this, you're stupid, all type of stuff. I know that was just taking a toll on him.
If he didn't make enough money, she found a way to put him down. He always felt like a failure because he never had enough for her, never could do enough. But he loved her.
I got my $20 back.
I always still think that
They ain't give me my biscuit part of my 4-piece meal. It's supposed to be 4-piece meal plus these 2 biscuits. But I didn't get my biscuits, so they just gave me $20.
I told him
Hurry up,
you
fool.
can't get to something that's not there.
And I forgot to tell them, ask for some honey and hot sauce, but whatever.
In the winter of 2016, Vincent calls his mother.
He said, I can't do this anymore, Mom. I cannot make her happy. I want to get a divorce. And, would I help him? And of course, yes, I was ready. Finally he realized this is not where he wanted to be. I own a property in Rex, Georgia. Got moved in, and he was so happy because he felt like he's going to get his life started, got a place to stay. I was getting the money ready for the lawyer. And 1 week later, she moved in. And he says, Mom, I'm not moving forward with the divorce. Okay, here we go again. It was just a vicious cycle that he was in. He couldn't get out. He was determined that no matter how bad it is, I'm gonna keep trying to show her I love her and I love the kids.
He would tell you with disgust on his face, Dad, I will not leave my kids. I just can't see me without them.
He did not want to be divorced like I was. And I think that's where I wish me being divorced did not influence his decision as he got older, that he didn't want his children to be in that environment.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's 2 in the morning.
Vincent escapes his turbulent home life by making music.
He would go into his little makeshift studio at home when he got upset or when something was troubling him. And so he would escape with the music.
He still pursued his dream. He still pursued his career in music.
He made a studio in my condo, and he started working with artists, doing their music, working on their beats, working in the studio with them, and he had a nice clientele. He would stay up all night, you know, putting music together for these artists, and that caused a lot of friction. He would tell me that Tempest would get mad. You know, if she gets mad at him, she'll break the mic.
If there's a mic stand there, she'll throw it. If there's a screen there, she'll rip it from the wall and just toss it and smash it or whatever she had to do. They in a heated enough argument, nothing's off limits.
2 months after reaching out to his mom, Vincent confides in his grandmother.
He was tired of her craziness, and he told her that she had to leave. And she said, well, I'm not going anywhere. And so he called the police. When the police got there, one of the police officers just asked her point blank, did he hit you? And yeah, he hit me. And they hauled him off. He didn't have money for an attorney. He ended up pleading guilty. So he couldn't get a decent job with this type of black mark on your record.
Months after, when Vince was on probation, she turned around and tells my sister-in-law, he didn't hit me, I just said it to get him locked up. And that's why Vincent stopped calling the police for help, because he felt that they would believe her and he'll be the one getting arrested.
Despite Tempest's alleged confession, she never withdraws her statement to police.
I got a call from my son Vincent, a distress call. He was telling me that Tempest was irate and he was frantic. Dad, you know, she's going crazy. She's calling the police on me and I didn't do anything, and she's tearing up stuff and telling them that I tore it up. I said, Vincent, get out of there right now, and I'm on my way. I picked him up in the middle of some neighborhood, and I just spoke with him. I said, you gotta make a decision. You can't keep doing this. If you're coming with me, you know, you need to stay with me. Let this be it. You got a place to stay, don't worry about rent. And I brought him home to my house. You know, midnight he ran out my house and went back over to her. That hurt me. You hear me? That hurt me. I knew without a doubt he had no idea how much danger he was in when I did.
Rory never thought she would live out her dream. Then one day, she did. You were made to chase your passions. We were made to put them in a package.
We're in a limestone cave to test finished jet dry against the toughest residue that can form in the rinse cycle. And we let the residue build up. Tough spots, extreme streaks, relentless clouds. But that's why dishwashers are designed to use jet dry to defend your dishes against annoying residues for a practically spotless shine, even in the toughest conditions. Start with finish, finish with jet dry.
people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Alrighty. Who's ready for my famous charred duck?
Like, you know, to check the mascot first before bringing food to a tailgate.
Toasters, baby.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Vincent and his daughter enjoy a day at his aunt's house.
There's his daughter and my niece, and he was trying to show his daughter how to swim. He was very happy. He brings a smile to me because he loved her so much. And he loved his son too.
You know, each time he came around, he lit up. I mean, he was full-bloom Vincent, you know. When it was time to go home, his light went out. And, you could see the misery back on his face. And, I used to tell him, man, you don't need to be living like this.
By 2018, Tempest makes it more and more difficult for Vincent to spend time with his family.
She didn't like to come when he was coming to us, and she didn't really care for him to come around us. It's almost like she didn't want Vincent to have a good relationship with his parents.
The relationship with Vince and I did change. He started becoming distant with me. I called him and said, listen, I'm in town. I want to spend some time with you. And he said, Mom, we'll meet up another time because Tempest will get mad if I spend time with you. When I did see him, I felt Vincent hugging me so tight. And like he was speaking to me with his hug. Like he was, like he wanted me to help him. And I think I felt fear in that hug. I just wanted him out of that relationship, to be honest with you, because as a mom, I sensed she doesn't love him.
The longer that they were together, the more she got to know him and really master his insecurities, she would use that and throw it back in his face, bullying him and thinking that he wasn't enough. She was posting on Facebook and Instagram to make it seem like he wasn't doing the good job that he was as a father. And Tempest would only do that just to hurt Vince. If he threatened to leave, she would threaten to take the kids away and tell him that he wouldn't be able to see his kids if he left. Like, if Tempest was to take those children away from him, I'm afraid he wouldn't feel like he had anything to live for.
As well as caring for their children, Vincent remains the sole breadwinner, and by 2019, he struggles to make ends meet.
Vincent did never really have any money. He would give his checks to her when he did work. And he said, she would ask for all of it. He did all he could, and he would borrow and ask for money from family members, but he never had enough money for her. We went on and did this for many years, funding and funding and funding. And I think she looked at that as being comfortable. I had a conversation with Vincent and said, I can't continue to keep funding your household, and she's not trying to work. This is getting to be, a problem. And they started having more arguments because I wasn't giving the money up anymore.
It's now 2 months since Vincent stops receiving money from his mother. Home life reaches a boiling point.
My son, was supposed to come hang out with me. 10:30 in the morning, my son knocked at my door. When I answered the door, he was crying. And he was scratched up real bad, and he fell right into my arms. I told him. I was like, what's going on? He just, immediately just said, she's just so mean, Dad. I said, who mean? What's going on? Like Tempest, she didn't want to come, so she didn't want me to come, and she was mad at me for leaving, and she just started fighting me, and she kicked me in my groin, and it still hurts, Dad, and I just can't do it anymore. I said, where are the children? He said, they're out in the car. I said, Lord, let's get the kids out the car.
His dad got them food and clothing, whatnot. They spent the whole day, together. But during that time, Tempest was calling or texting and angry the whole day with him. One of the family members was trying to tell him, hey man, don't go back home. Just stay here, let it cool down a little bit. And he said, no, I gotta go. I gotta get these kids home or she's gonna call the police.
911, what's your emergency? Well, there's somebody outside bringing help.
We're in a limestone cave to test finished Jetri against the toughest residue that can form in the rinse cycle. And we let the residue build up. Tough spots, extreme streaks, relentless clouds. But that's why dishwashers are designed to use Jetri to defend your dishes against annoying residues for a practically spotless shine, even in the toughest conditions.
Don't piss me
Start
off.
with finish, finish with Jetri.
War is upon us. Your people will perish.
Hold on!
First, I'll kill your brothers, then your father. With or without honor, I will take the throne.
You may wear a crown upon your head, but that does not make you a king.
The Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim. Only in theaters December 13th.
And also for the ones that's trying to make it seem like, oh, you're talking back to Offset, I'm not. I swear to fucking God, I'm not. I will never get back with that man. But for him to make that like a thing, like, oh, Offset didn't help me. Like, cause I tried so much. I tried so many different ways to help you that I even got my
At
ex-husband
9:30
involved.
p.m., Clayton County officers respond to a 911 call from a concerned neighbor who heard a man screaming for help.
Yeah, what's going on?
My husband and I got into it, and my kids are upstairs in their room, but he was coming at me. I'm clearly not able to move it.
Let's go in the house. Let's go in the house.
I don't want my kids to.
Well, I'd stay out here in the rain.
Officers encounter Tempest.
Okay. What happened tonight?
It's been all day.
Now, calm down. Calm down. Come sit down on the couch, all right?
She's on crutches, and she then begins to explain that she and her husband had had an altercation.
I come downstairs and he's packing all his stuff. Get out. I'm leaving. I'm like, no. I said, okay, fine, then leave. And he gets in my face again. He's foaming at the mouth. I said, see, that's why I can't talk to you. You just so aggressive like a rabid dog. He pushed me so far that my feet